Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your girl Mitzi, and this is Mitzi. Let's think about it. Today, I have a special guest. I have the Mind Power lady, Dr. Angela, on the show, talking about taking your power and control back, feeling that's what a lot of people miss. Angela, why don't you go ahead and fully introduce yourself?
Okay, yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Angel Wilson with a PhD, parapsychology, paranormal science, with all the backgrounds, psychology, healing, nutrition, diet, life coach, business, you name it. That's all on my website, mypowerlady.com, because I have so many different backgrounds. So it's not possible to list all, but cut the story short. And this is not about me, it's about you and what value I can give to you. Yeah, so basically I think what I offer is the missing gap in this global personal development or mind mastery or cultivation, full of human potential industry. Yeah, that's what I would like to share here, which is called the power of the unconscious mind, UN, not the subconscious mind. Many professionals, healers, gurus, they all mix up the subconscious mind with unconscious mind. That's why most human beings, ongoing problem cannot be solved, especially each individual cannot really live in the fulfillment.
So, what's the difference between the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind then?
Subconscious mind, sub is below the consciousness. Consciousness is rational thinking, like we learn the skill, we use our mind to analyze. Conscious mind is an analytic mind. Subconscious mind is emotional mind, connected with the nerve system. So all the technique you can see in the marketplace, like a meditation, NLP, hypnosis, blah, blah, all is working on the emotion mind, which connect with nerve system. This will never work. That's why you can see globally all the success people, they have to work on maintain the emotion. Why? Because our nerve system, nerves changing all the time, dynamic. How we can free from the suffering if we have to dance with the yo-yo, your nerve system. Yeah, and the point is our consciousness and our subconsciousness is all controlled by the unconsciousness, which is unknown by the most, which is the powerhouse that dominate the whole human being's journey from cradle to the grave.
And when you mean cradle to the grave, you mean everything in between that we experience
Yes,
in life.
the whole human journey. This is why all different religion, different, theory try to working on humans issue and solve the problem can never be solved if we do not take over the power control of this part of the mind. And the unconscious mind connected with the physical part is from here, inside, this part. Subconscious mind is in this part, is inside, physical part. But this part control the whole human being's body. So it's like a CPU. It's like a CPU in the computer. It's like an engine in our car. So if we do not know how to dominate, control the engine, how the engine works, of course we can be in danger when driving a car. Does it make sense?
No, it makes perfect sense. Thank you.
That's why so many people, they try to working on mind rewinding, and boost the immune system, and they try to working on high performance collaboration, but they always have to fight with the demon from the within, and always suffer from the relationship issues, from all kinds of environment, because we didn't know how to draw our attention back to really working on this part. We call it what is called hit where it hurts, right?
Hit it where it hurts.
If we don't do that, then whatever effort we make in our life journey, at the end, we lose. Basically, we what is called, we will leave our success in vain. You can see Stephen Jobs, or you name it, all the top success people. You ask them what will happen in 5 years. What if suddenly you facing the car accident? How you save yourself? Nobody can answer this question.
Yeah, nobody can.
That's right. Because our mind is designed to trap us in the wrong direction.
Yeah. It's
We are
it's like a
designed, yeah,
self-sabotage.
that's right.
Sure.
In our DNA, physical DNA, emotional DNA, mental DNA, we are set up in a pattern to leading human being to the wrong direction, to what is called chronic suffering. At the end, when we're facing the gate, like life and death, yeah, we panic, we don't know where we go.
So do you think when we are able to connect with our unconscious mind, we are able to not hold that fear that people like to portray?
It's beyond that. It's not about to know. It's about you know that how it works, then you know how to master that. It's like you can learn the theory how the car works, yeah?
Mhm.
Then you need to know, learn, practice how to drive the car.
Mhm.
Yeah, and many people drive the car. They go to the driving school and driving the car, but they don't necessarily learn the theory behind. That's
Yeah.
why when they drive on the highway, if they're in the extreme situation, they couldn't even survive. But the sports car racer, they can because they're trained to really understand how the engine works, how to assemble the car. But
Okay.
when
Thank you for
we
putting it like that.
yeah, you know what I mean? Most of us didn't
Yeah.
know how to assemble a car. So what I teach is to teach you not just theory, and I teach you how to actually how this works on different part of the body. Then you
Mm.
master the skill.
Okay, so your book, Mind Power Mastery, that's really kind of like how you just said, you're teaching others to understand the parts of your brain, how it functions, so that's when you consciously decide on something or think of something, you know which part of the brain it's affecting. Is that right?
That's yeah, beyond that. So this book I currently use a manuscript. Is a training material for my paid clients because there are 8 level of technique. The same technique, 8 level. The 1 to 4 level is mind power mastery, but the second level is beyond metrics. Is teach you how to survive from extreme situation, like a
Mm,
later stage of cancer, like you are in the between life and death, like a reincarnation. If you leave this body and how you where you go, you can choose where you go. Cover everything. Yeah, because whole human being's life journey is just a short experience in the universe, you know?
mm,
So yeah, but my publisher will publish a version different from that. I think because I'm currently very busy with different projects in real estate. Yeah. So I think the book publication will postpone to next year, you know? That version for public, which
yeah,
we
for
will remove a lot of the deep technique. But this is for clients who are committed. So I
sure.
teach deep of technique.
How do you tell who's really committed into discovering this part of themselves?
Yeah, it's not how people committed. It's people if they really a person who they really want to survive. So
Hmm.
basically, put it like this: most human beings are trapped, have a mindset like a sheep. They following. They want to live in the comfort zone. Yeah, they don't want change, and this is a trap.
Hmm.
This is a trap. So this is designed, yeah, there are different level. Like people, you can learn the car to survive, yeah, but you can also learn higher level of skill, car driving skill, yeah. I have like a 3 hours package, 1 hour consultation, or short package, and I have also package for those people who really can go to that level, different level. But the point is, level 1 and level 8 is the same thing, but deal with a different situation. For example, if a client come to me, yeah, have a later stage called cancer, I immediately need a teaching immediately from level 1 to level 8, or it was a concentrated, crashed into one skill, and have to quick. But then depends on if he doesn't have the quality like mental strength, you know, it's like a crash training. He cannot handle it. It's too
Yeah.
much. That's why it's important for clients to come to me early so you can learn based on your current understanding. Yeah, because you give your time. Because all the cells in the training, what happens in the training when you are able to tap into that depends on how fast and your cell change. Basically, change your DNA.
Hmm.
But the
Your
DNA takes 29, not DNA, the cell regenerate a new cell take 29 days. Yeah.
Okay.
However, if doctor tell you are at a later stage of cancer, your physical body is vulnerable, your mind is vulnerable. But if
Mhm.
I never know you, and then even you can pay me, I will not take it. Why? Because it will take you time to really understand this. Why you want to survive? You want to save life now. So there will be the conflict. Can you see that? That's why
Yeah,
it's important to come to me early. Come to
the
me
sooner the
early, then
better.
yeah, because you is the technique is solid because I survive the whole life. I use this technique survive.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but that was intriguing to me. How did you tap into this? I know you wore many hats, and I'm pretty sure just you studying all of those areas of your expertise got you into the better understanding that you have now and that you're sharing with the rest of the world. But what was that journey that you decided that you needed this for yourself?
That's a good question. I was born unwanted. My mom tried to drown me to death at
Wow.
my birth, and I carry my past life memory. Yeah, some people maybe never thought of past life, but everyone have a past life in universe. Doesn't mean they have a past life as a human. That's
Yeah.
different. Like people believing a human only have one life, but our soul always reincarnate in different dimension. Yeah, when I'm talking about the past life, I'm talking about our experience in different dimension. Yeah, that's very deep. And then I carry all my memory, and I choose my parents. I came here and I suddenly recognized I made the wrong decision. And I was abused all the time. And I remember when I was around 2 years and a half, when one day my mom beat me so heavily, I recognized I cannot hold on anymore. So I told myself, as an old soul, I'm going to revenge. I was going to tell her I'm going to revenge. I was an old soul in a small body. I look back into her eyes. I give her a signal because I couldn't talk like adults because I'm in little baby's
Yeah.
body. And the way she looked at me, and then I suddenly recognized I'm in big danger. And I told myself I have to survive, but nobody put me under their wing. So I told myself I have to fight back. I have to survive. But how? How? There's a time I recognize I only have the resource. The only resource I have is my body. So that's why I started to tap into checking every part of my body. As a little baby, toddler. So I survive, That's how I find this part. Because I was a baby, so that part of the mind, yeah, because I carry my past memory, that's why because I was too young, I was thinking rationally, even I cannot speak like adults. That's why I immediately practiced on that. That's how I survived. Yeah,
Wow.
in my book cover all my whole life journey story. I don't not even have my birth date right on my passport because my parents pissed off with my birth.
Oh, wow.
I
That's
have gone through
insane.
all the family violence. So basically, each day in my life is like a struggling. Is life
Mhm.
and death, life, death. And also, most importantly, I was following my doctor parents to their daily routine to see the patients. So can you imagine a little baby saw all the patients, rich or poor, powerful, vulnerable, they all suffer the same way. They all dying, suffering, they pain, yelling, screaming. And I saw the little baby born dead. I saw the success people dying. I saw that I was panic. I was asking where I'm going. I don't want to die when I was going to die. It's catastrophic. So I
It
told
is.
myself, that's not a life I want to have. Why I'm here. I don't want to be a human, then end up like then. Suddenly die, cannot control, or emotional suffering, physical suffering, panic, everything like this, chaos.
So, from my understanding, with you accepting that and wanting that change and wanting to survive, are you basically extending out your years? You know what I'm saying? For as long as you can, because you can now take control of your mind in a different way. Does that make sense?
I basically live in different multi-dimensional reality. I can see human beings' reality, which most people see in the naked eyes. I can see the reality in different dimension, and I know what's the connection, how this life connected with different dimension, and where I positioning, where I am in this universe. So basically, to me, my journey in this human life is just like fun. It's like we go to the party, we go
Mhm.
to for watch a movie. It's a small particle. You know,
Yeah, it's a small
life is
moment in
so,
time.
yeah, life is so enjoyable. Every moment to me is living in the heaven. That's why when other people feel bitter or so, there's no bitter to me, because it's like this. If you are trying to climb the mountain and you see mountain, oh my God, it's hard, I find, and there are wolves, tigers chasing you, you know. But if you are already at the top, you go through all, or you know, you what is a phoenix burning from the ashes. That's what my clients talk about my experience. They look down, it's so much fun. They recognize, oh, this is delusion. What we see in life is because of limited perception.
Yes. Oh,
When we
I
are,
agree
yeah,
with you.
yeah, you know, when I'm living in multi-dimensional reality, so I understand the limited perception. Human beings suffer is come from the limited perception controlled by subconscious mind, controlled by our emotion, controlled by nerve system, controlled by the ego. Where this come from? This is a setup. So if everyone who really wanted to dominate, to be the master of their life, they have to take over the control. This is so
Mhm.
obvious. Yeah, we learn the lesson. If we learn the lesson from ourselves, we learn, but we suffer and we carry all the baggage. And we try to thrive. It's difficult because we carry our unsolved issue. But it's smarter to learn from other people's issue. You look at all globally, all these billionaire success people who learned all kind of mind mastery, who tried every technique. Why still they have to maintain their physical, emotional, mental health? Why they have to force themselves to do the exercise, force themselves to do the meditation? We can do the exercise, meditation, but not forced to do it. We forced to do it because that's the only way we think we can survive.
Hmm. That's
Yeah,
true.
but if we know we do the meditation because it's a fun, then it's different. I don't do the meditation. I don't force myself to go to the gym because I want to make sure I can use my time effectively. But if we actually understand how this work, we activate it. Yeah, and this
Mhm.
work on us 24/7 automatically. It's automatic.
Yeah.
You don't need to make effort. Every day you save a couple of hours. So you imagine how much time you can save the whole life journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
To be
many people
honest,
need
you're
to,
making it seem so easy. You're making it seem like as long as we really try to step out of that limiting beliefs, limiting system, I mean, that limits that we've created and we've accepted for ourselves, then that's what we're always going to be living by. And then when people project out their limitations onto you, you're like, it doesn't bother me because you know that that's the way that their frame of mind is working.
that's right. That's why when people even yelling with me, they put their emotion doesn't hurt me because I understand that they have that response because their limited perception. I understand the pain in them. I can put a simple thing on them. I still love them.
Yeah.
It's like your parents, you know, you see your kids naughty, you know, try to fight you on your leg. You doesn't hurt you, you know. You just think it's too cute, right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel when I dealing with any situation because you understand them. We're talking about the big love. Big love come from you beyond. You are beyond the control of matrix, and the whole human beings suffering is all because we don't have the control of the unconsciousness. When we don't have the control of unconsciousness, you know what happen? That's a dark energy.
Mm,
So when we
yeah.
take over the control, they immediately become enlightenment. So why
Yeah.
so many people trying? You can see so many people they working on their journey, personal development, they're working very hard. Yeah, and it can be nice. Then suddenly in business world, then it can be so brutal. You can see two different personality. Then they
Yeah.
can be a nice person, go back to church, go back to temple. But out of temple, then they are different because there are no alignments. But once we understand the traps, how it works, is have all the alignments together with one power, mind power, then you are unbeatable. That's what I teach. I basically teach how to identify the gaps and move the energy or draw into one direction. It's so easy, 3 steps. Identify issue and then redirect the energy and transmute. Easy to see, difficult to practice. That's why I'm here for. If it's so
Mhm.
easy, why all the gurus still need to do meditation lifetime? You say guru, they can tell you whatever philosophy, but if they themselves come to the real world, they immediately have a stress. Why? Because they need to deal with real people in real world who may be very, 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 emotional. They cannot handle it because
Yeah.
they only deal with a peaceful mind. They teach you peacefulness, but in real world, it's different.
Yeah, they don't know how to adapt and
That's right. Their point is everywhere on earth, we're going to leave the body, go to another dimension, and we will meet again. If we don't have this skill, there will be a big issue. Because those people who you think you cannot handle them, or you think you don't want talking to them, yeah, or maybe have a bad relationship, but you have carried unsolved issue, you detach from them, yeah, disconnect with them. But once we leave the body, they connect with you again. Why? Because this is a vibration. So it's important to practice, to be more ambitious in real life and practice this technique. Then you get more success. Then what's the skill you have now? You can immediately, when you leave the body, you have the power. You can beyond the different realities. That's what I teach.
oh wow, that's amazing. It sounds like you really give people back their peace, along with their power. It sounds like you also get the peace back with it as well, because power is everything nowadays. People feel that if they don't have power or control for themselves, and they feel lost. So
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, what happens? People will not have real power if they don't really they take the power control of unconsciousness. Because unconsciousness is mysterious. Why is mysterious? Because it's like a network. That connection, vibration connected with every part of body, connected with all different relationship. Currently, I have one client, learning the skill with me. You know how he do? He become my driver now.
Mhm.
He basically come to my place and drive me to the work because I also a full licensed real estate agent, right? Then basically what I do when he do not need to be with me, I teach him special part of technique according to his body. And in the last week, I told him, I said, you can go to your own diet every day, yeah, because you need to eat anyhow, right? But if you want to take advantage of being with me, what I will do, I will make the food for you. What I eat is what you eat every day. And that's very extreme. Yeah, I just do not mention what I'm eating every day at the moment. Yeah, because my
Yeah.
too much for most people. Because people in the office, they think, how God possible, So what happens, he never have this training before. And he eat exactly what I eat every day. Then his body start change, have reaction. Then last week, basically at the end of the week, after 4 to 5 days, he start have diarrhea. Yes. I asked him, I said, is your poo black? He said, yes. Is that smelling? He said, yes. I said, congratulations. That's what I'm looking for. Because his body is completely toxic for so long, for that 50 years, right? So what I do is actually quickly, because his time with me is limited, right? So quickly use a special method and trigger the body to immediately, quickly to reverse the digest system in his body.
Wow.
Yeah. Then I ask him what is happening, how he's feel. Then I immediately put some ingredients in the food, and I didn't cook the food for him. It's a very special liquids I prepared for him. I need to spend a couple of hours in the morning prepare for him.
Mm-hmm.
Then teaching how to boost his immune system. Then I analyze to him why do this way, what happens. Then naturally use a natural thing and even sound and trigger the body. I said most people learn different technique. Even what I show you, people learn this part, that part, but they are not using it to survive. I'm teaching you the technique. You can survive if there is no food. Yeah, can you see
Mm,
comment and this people in a period, people panic, there is no food in the supermarket, right?
yeah.
I said that the technique I teach you is to survive and use minimal resources to survive. It most depends on your body. Use your
Wow.
body to survive.
That's impressive. And especially now in this day and age, that is important. We do need to learn that to survive. And in reality, we're all trying to survive.
And
That's the whole
yeah,
thing.
that's right. You know what happens? Then he told me, I told him to use a special way to sleep and
Mhm.
push the body. You know what he told me? Then
Mhm.
in the evening, at the night, and all his past experience, all the emotion all come out. You see,
Wow.
I didn't do anything on his emotion, but
No.
I changed the
Yeah.
how the body system run. Then all his things, emotion all come out. I said, that's good. He said, I get so angry. I don't want to do this. I want to. I said, then he has how to do it, how to survive. I said, you just watch it like watching a movie. None of your business.
Yeah.
When we talking about the meditation, when you sit there quiet, detach is hard, right? But what I teaching is in real life, real reality, how that works for him. So every client I do differently because every client have different background, different body system. Then
That's
he
amazing.
asked me the questions. So he print out this book, My Power Mastery. Yeah,
Hmm.
I use a different name before, Power of the Unconscious Mind. Yeah, so here, Liberty Beyond the Matrix is the same one. So he carried this book in the car. So what happens, then I told him, for what is in your mind now, go to which page, read this. Then he asked me question, what that means. Then I analyze, explain to him the meaning based on his situation. The same sentence, same paragraph, meaning have different meaning based on each individual. Because the meaning connect with your mind, connect with your perception. So basically, I help him to open different reality, level of reality.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's so amazing. It makes me want to read your book. It's so interesting. Oh my goodness.
I share with you, and people when they are not really in that stuff, yeah, they read book. I have tried to give the book to some people I know. They cannot continue reading. Why? Because they don't have basic knowledge. Yeah.
They're
So
not
for
ready
them,
for it.
that's why in my package I give the book to the clients who buy the package. So I teach them to how to read, to understand. Because this is a technique. How you can understand the technique without the teacher who created a technique to teach you? Does it make sense?
No, it makes perfect sense, Dr. Angela. It really does. And I'm just over here turning my head over and over and over again. And I'm just like, wow, that is truly amazing. And I don't want us to get cut off because I only have a couple minutes left. But if there's any advice that you can give myself or to my audience, what advice could you give us?
I think the important thing is ask yourself question. Who are you? Why you are here on earth? What you want to take away when you leave the body? The point is so many people don't even know they can leave the body. Okay. Yeah. So body is not you, and you are the one being leaving the body. When you want to leave the body, what you want to take away when you leave the body? That's the point. If you want to really take the magnificent part of you, leave the body, and you won't come to me. Because I know I'm the only one. So many people told me I'm the only one teach this from this angle. There's so many awesome, coaches teach a different technique. But I might be the only one who teach you very practical way that teach you the skill you survive in the human body, and also you can shine when you leave the body. And
Mm.
also, by the way, if you are super successful, and then you will think, oh, when I die, I cannot carry all my wealth, yeah, all my beloved one with you. I share with you. In this technique, do teach you how you can transmute, convert your intellectual property on your wealth, on your relationship, convert it, be part of you, and take away with you. Yes, I teach even this.
Wow. Oh
Because
my
I made a mistake.
goodness.
I share with you because all my reincarnation has a high level, have all the wealth, success, the social status, and in this life I lost all. I lost all. That's the reason why I'm finding the way why I lost it, how I lost it.
Mm. Oh my
Interesting.
goodness, that is so interesting. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
was this. Yeah, put like that. I was thinking, sorry, I was so excited when talk about, why I make the effort, working hard, buy houses, earn so much money in the bank, give the children. But when I die, I take nothing with me. I'm not sure where I'm going. I don't like that feeling because that's a
Yeah.
mistake I made in my before I came to the earth. So I told myself, I make sure this time I will carry everything with me. Yeah, we can still have the children heritage money. That's a physical part, yeah, material part of money. But for the intellectual property, yeah, we can actually convert that to be part of the part of our soul. Yeah, if people use the word soul, I don't like to use the word soul. Basically, part of that, and we can take it with us. Then we have the choice. When we leave this body, we have a choice where we go, how we can carry what we have there. I even teach this. This is this
Wow.
highest level.
That's amazing. That's oh my goodness. I wish I had more time. I have so many more questions. Ah, my goodness, I swear I have tons of questions that just keep popping up and I just want to just ask them all because oh my goodness, this is so interesting. Like I don't even know where to begin. Oh my goodness, Dr. Angela, this is absolutely amazing. And I'm so glad that you're sharing your perspective with the world and that you are stepping out of the norm and you are expressing it because it's needed. I really feel like this is something that needs to be thought about, needs to be talked about, and needs to be expressed and dived into. Humanity needs to truly understand what's going on within ourselves and in our minds beyond the concept of life that we get stuck in and thinking this is all that it is. So oh my goodness, I need to bring you back because this is amazing. Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
you're welcome. Basically I focus on the extreme situation now, because when we are people are in this extreme situation, we focus on the results. Yeah, it's like a one successful person. I look at his eyes. I said that your eyes is dead. Your eyes is like 90 years old, waiting for the death. So
That's
so I'm training him to shifting the eyes energy back, reverse back, 30, 40 years younger. And I have another person, I reverse his whole mind back to 30 years, 30 to 40 years young. There's two persons I'm doing this at the moment. And the other clients, basically in business, he was so panic, angry with the business partner or stuff. So then in the contract, yeah, I just quickly reading through the Zoom. Yeah, he shared the contract quickly. I never saw his contract before. I just quickly glanced. Then I said, stop here. Then I analyze this and help him to to help him to what is called to save the $500,000, because his business partner want $500,000 from him, which doesn't make sense. But because his communication skill is driven by emotion, so the way he talked was wrong. He was a master trainer. He trained the staff, he trained people in the sales, but because he's dreaming in the emotion, and that person actually used his words to against him. So I needed to analyze, find out how this works to help him to save this 500,000.
wow, that's amazing. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. The time's about to be up and we're going to get cut off, but I just want to say thank you again for coming on the show. I truly appreciate your time. Stay tuned for more to come from Angela. Go check her out on my website, y'all. Bye.